Hi, my name is Susana Malcorra. I'm the Foreign Minister of Argentina, and I'm very glad to be here with you today. Being able to connect with young people interested in the issues of your region, issues that demand more engagement and more proactive solutions is really very, very key. And that's why I am talking to you today. Argentina is very far away, but at the same time is very close to your region. We have become a melting pot of the world, and we have a huge representation from both Israel and the Arab world in our society. A society that has been able to work peacefully together and has been able to construct a common and shared view of what we should be doing together. So in a way, I will say, we come here to tell you it is possible. You can find ways, and it is for you, the youngsters, the ones who should invest themselves into this exploration of lasting solutions of peace for all. So we will be ready to support you. We will be ready to share with you our own experiences. But most importantly, we feel that it is in your hands to make it happen, to explore how best to address the issues at hand, how best to solve them, and how best to talk to each other, talk with each other, in order to have those long-lasting solutions that will make a better future for all. So it's a pleasure to be here. I wish you a great success in your discussions, and we are from Argentina, far away, but very close, ready to help if there is anything we can do, joining forces, particularly with the youngsters of the region. Thank you.
Dear members of YaLa Young Leaders, I'm honored to be invited to say to you a few words about my views on the situation in the Middle East and about the importance of your commitment for peace. You are now more than 1 million members. You can change the world and bring peace, tolerance and justice all around you. You are the ones who will build the world of tomorrow. And the international community has to be there to support you to do so. We cannot indefinitely postpone an agreement between Israel and Palestine. The parties will have to trust each other and to decide to put an end to this conflict, to this fear of the other, and to this atmosphere of mistrust. We call on the Palestinian and Israeli authorities to discuss and agree on the necessity to make common efforts to improve the situation and to allow for calm, order and security to return, because the Palestinian and Israeli people deserve it, need it, and are entitled to it. To do so, and in this perspective, a definable political horizon must be clearly given without delay. But you too, you have a role to play in this international mobilization. What more beautiful message can one send to this world than the one of peace, respect, and tolerance? Together, you can overcome barriers and wars, be true peacemakers, engage and strongly determined to build a world for all to live together in peace, harmony and security. I'm looking forward for hearing your vision of the Middle East for 2020 and wish you to start implementing it today. One small step at a time, one word can be changed. I wish you all the best for your conference. Thank you.
Bonjour, je suis Stéphane Dion, ministre des Affaires étrangères du Canada. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for your ongoing work towards building peace and coexistence in the Middle East and North Africa. Your work is empowering thousands of youth and setting the stage for a more peaceful future. Canada fully supports YaLa's vision of making real progress in the region towards peace, equality, and stability by 2020. We echo the voices of the young generation of the Middle East and their calls for a better, more peaceful region for themselves and future generations. Félicitations et joyeux anniversaire.
Dear YaLa young leaders, I am honored to be addressing you today on the occasion of the 5th anniversary of your movement. When Ambassador Yuri Savir kindly asked me to address you today, I accepted right away because what you do matters. It matters because we need youth that has the courage to look forward. Youth that builds bridges of understanding, that nourishes what unites us. I salute your strength to resist those who sow violence and seek to divide us, those who present a perverted version of religion, those who interpret history as a tool for violence and not as a lesson for peace. Your job is not easy. Peace is not easy. It is easier to poison young minds with messages of intolerance and hate rather than cultivate them with respect to diversity and pluralism. It takes less time to burn down a tree than it takes to grow it. Therefore, we, the political leadership of the European Union and of the Middle East, need to stand by your side and help you make true your vision of the Middle East. A Middle East that would provide education to its children, employment to its youth, and a sustainable future to its societies. What is also crucial is that as you grow older, and as from young leaders you become responsible members of your societies, decision shapers and decision makers, you don't lose sight of the vision you have today. I hope you carry the torch of peace with you throughout your lives. Dear YaLa young leaders, you are the future of the Middle East. Make it your own. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lubomír Zaorálek, and I am the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic. The Middle East, with its significant political and economic importance and strategic position, has been historically a very important region and for the whole Europe. However, a series of conflicts in the Middle East have brought up new fears and unprecedented security dimension. For that reason, it's right and necessary to think about the Middle East in Europe in 2020. The future offers a wide array of possibilities. Within a negative scenario, the Middle East will continue to face severe social and security challenges. Terrorist threats, ongoing conflicts and violence will hamper regional integration and economic development. The region can lose another decade with no progress in combating violence and restoring stability. Both Middle East and Europe will struggle with terrorism. Political disintegration may cause mismanaged migration wave. However, we should rather work on a positive scenario, in which political unrest will no longer have damaging effects and the radical version of political Islam will lose its attraction. The air of stability will stimulate economy with increasing foreign direct investments. Syria must reach political settlement. Iran should open new opportunities for regional and global cooperation. Israeli and Palestinian leadership should restore direct negotiations on establishing two states living side by side in peace. We must not forget about Jordan and Lebanon that bear the main burden of the refugee crisis. Lebanon could be an example of the coexistence of Christians, Muslims, Jews, and other religions. Iraq has to move towards positive progress and adopt administrative and political changes. The Middle East needs structural reforms. Better educational systems must be implemented, the spirit of entrepreneurship enhanced, and economies diversified. It should be our common goal to fight extremism and to suppress recruitment of youth to radical organizations. I am pleased the Czech Republic has witnessed strengthening of political relations with most Middle Eastern countries and thus can help in many ways make the positive scenario come true. However, your help is essential for the positive things to happen. Therefore, I wish that you, the global youth, will help us with this process of change by leading open dialogue in spite of differences you may feel. Open dialogue is, in my opinion, the main key to global stability.
Dear participants of the YaLa Young Leaders Conference, it's an honor and privilege for me to address you. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate you for the great efforts you've been doing and you will do in the future in promoting peace and security in your region. I would also like to congratulate you on reaching 1 million membership last year, and I'm sure that there are more and more members to join your organization. I would like to encourage you to find friends in other regions, in Europe, but also in Estonia, especially in those countries who understand that peace and security do not come granted, but we have to take every day, every hour endeavors to secure peace, security and independence. As Estonian Foreign Minister, I'm very happy and proud that we have citizens of your countries and young people from your countries residing and living and studying in Estonia. I'm also very happy that I had the privilege of greeting the groups of Palestinian diplomats in 2010 and last year who came to Estonia to learn from our experience to find new friends. I would like to wish you all the best. I would like to wish you wonderful discussions, new friends, and we stand with you when you fight for peace, security and freedom. Thank you.
Dear young leaders in the Middle East, I am Timo Soini, the Foreign Minister of Finland. It's an honor for me to address the 5th YaLa Online Peace Conference. I was asked to bring you a message of hope and encouragement, but I realize that it is the other way around. You bring us in Europe, across the globe, and to your own people this important message. The work you have done in reaching out to your neighbors, even enemies, with the view to learn, listen and help, sets an example to all of us. Your region needs you, we all need you, and we need to listen to you, not the other way around. Ladies and gentlemen, my country, Finland, is today a peaceful and relatively prosperous place. But like many others, we have also a terrible history. A history of war, subordination, famine and starvation, a brutal civil war, among other things. One should be careful in drawing lessons from history. But one thing is certain. Every conflict has a beginning and an end. Dear young leaders, I'm afraid I cannot give you much advice, but I would like to offer you 3 words from our own modest experience. The first is compassion. Continue to be open to one another and to care for one another. The solidarity that you showed to the suffering on both sides during the last war in Gaza was remarkable. It gives us all hope. The second is courage. It is easy to be and to become cynical, but a cynic has also given up. Don't give up. Never give up. And the third word is patience. The change for better in your region will come, I'm sure of it. But it needs you, your work, collaboration across generations and patience. For my side and from the Finnish government, which I'm happy to work in, I promise you support for your quest of peace. Thank you for listening and thank you for your work. It encourages us all to build a better future. One thing is sure, that we can create our future. Let's do it now.
It is indeed an honor to address you on the occasion of the 5th anniversary of your movement for peace during this year's special online conference, Hamza and Ho. I am pleased to send my warm congratulations for your accomplishments so far. More than ever before, we need to bring changes to the Middle East. It is not possible to do this without you, without 1 million people sharing dreams for a better future. Your power is in common purpose of building a just and lasting peace across the region. Fate has dropped into your hands the opportunity to build peace and security in the Middle East, day by day, step by step. In this regard, I find it encouraging to see your peace-building efforts and education programs. We all have witnessed the power of social networks, and what you are doing and have been doing provides a model of how to use technology and the internet to spread ideas of peace. The conflict in Syria concerns us all. 5 years when hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians have been killed, millions more were forced to leave their homes, seeking refuge in the neighboring countries as well as in Europe. It is of utmost importance that the Syrian government and opposition manifest their commitment to improve the situation on the ground and work for peaceful political transition. Many attempts were made to speed up the Middle East peace process. However, the progress has been very slow. I personally see no alternative to a negotiated two-state solution. Both Israelis and Palestinians must demonstrate clear commitment to the settlement of this problem. Dear friends, the danger posed by terrorism also stands in the way. Terrorism is a phenomenon that contradicts the values of humanity and has stolen human lives across the Middle East and in Europe and indeed in the whole world. Peace and terrorism cannot coexist. Young leaders have a key role to play in preventing radicalization and sending a message of peace. Dear YaLa young leaders, I wish you every success in your efforts to shape the future that everyone hopes for and deserves. We need you and your contribution.
I welcome YaLa Group, young people who joined the online community standing firm for common values, for freedom, for love, for tolerance, who are indifferent when hatred spread all over the world. They're standing firm for dialogue, and they are intolerant with hatred. I believe that these are values important not only in North Africa, Middle East, and all over the world. I'm really grateful for everything what you're doing.
Dear YaLa young leaders, dear young friends in the Middle East and North Africa, my name is Jean Asselborn. I am serving as the Foreign Minister of Luxembourg since 2004. The Middle East and the North African regions has always been amongst my priorities as a Foreign Minister. Even more so because I believe that all people and peoples anywhere in the world deserve to live in peace, security, prosperity and dignity. Unresolved political problems cannot be confined to a given region, and the problems of the Middle East do not stop at Europe's borders. 5 years ago, YaLa was created, and today it has become the biggest peace movement in the Middle East and North Africa, with 1 million members. I can only congratulate you for this remarkable achievement. The strength of our community is that it ignores borders, recognizing that we have much more in common than what our differences are. Borders have been the source of so much conflict and bloodshed. It is your merit that you act and think beyond borders to foster more open, peaceful, tolerant and just societies. More than ever, in these turbulent times, we need to build new bridges of dialogue based on mutual respect and equal dignity. As a Foreign Minister, I know that hope does not represent a safe bet in international politics. It is often safer to say, let's hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And while the political situation is difficult because of the many conflicts in your region, I think that young people like you can make a difference. They spread new ideas, optimism and motivation to everybody who cares about the region, as voices of moderation that are standing up for freedom, tolerance, justice and peace. You represent the hope for the region at a time when, regrettably, we see the emergence of extremism, rejection, intolerance and exclusion of the other. With respect to one of the longest running conflicts in modern history, I would like to encourage the YaLa online community to challenge the status quo between Israelis and Palestinians, so that eventually a just and lasting peace can be reached. This is long overdue. Keep up the good work. You should go on with the development and the deepening of connections throughout the region based on coexistence and respect for the other. I am honored to add my voice to the exciting initiative, and I wish you great success as you move forward. Be the change that you wish to see in the world, as Gandhi used to say. All the best.